I thought there will be more energy post-lunch, right? I do understand some of our eminent guests are still enjoying their lunch. Maybe please request you to come back to this hall because we have lots of food for thought for you all. So we'll request all of you all to join us for the final discussion of a very important topic pertaining to your industry. So I can see a lot of people who are still outside. We'll just request you to join us back in the hall for a very engaging discussion coming up, and there's lots more in store for you today. So while we wait for some of our eminent guests, how is the Josh? Let's have a huge round of applause for everybody who has joined us back for food for thought, giving a miss to the food outside maybe, and we'll try to motivate our other eminent guests to do the same to some extent because we have really interesting conversations going on. And I think these conversations, these topics from the gem and jewelry industry are very pertinent to your business and how you can scale up. So at this point of time, I will take this opportunity to introduce you. मैं अपने powered by sponsor को introduce करना चाहूँगी, which is GIA. A huge round of applause for GIA. And let me tell you a little about GIA. It is the world's most foremost authority in gemology, renowned for integrity standards, education, innovation, shaping trust, excellence, and brilliance across the gem and jewelry industry globally. Let's take a look at the AV here. So while we are sorting the technical glitch, we will move ahead with the schedule that we have. And at this point of time, may I invite on stage with a huge round of applause, Mr. Amit Paritihari, the Managing Director of GIA India. GIA, to please come on stage and share a few words. I think in today's age, of course, the human connection is more than the digital or AI connection, and sir will do the honors. Huge round of applause. So you can take it over.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think lunch के बाद वाला session थोड़ा सा जबरदस्त नहीं होगा तो boring हो जाएगा. मतलब you can't get up. First of all, let me start by thanking Rajesh ji, Avinash bhai, Nitin bhai, Ketan, Sumit bhai, and all other friends. And please excuse me if I'm missing anybody's name. And it's absolute honor to be here. 16 years back, I started this journey, and Sachin was here, and we all started together. But I think my biggest learning is from all of you. I think you guys accepted us, taught us how industry works, and we've been continuously working on that. And I think over the last 16 years, it is not just work. I think we build families, we build friends together. Like we have been, we share laughter, we fight sometimes, but I think that's the beauty of this industry. So absolutely honor and privilege to be working here. And today I just wanted to quickly tell about GI. I just, for a moment, I want all of us to imagine a world where there is no forces. I want you to imagine all that questions a customer asks when they walk into the store. And imagine that confusion. Imagine the doubt. Imagine every bit of proof they need to get convinced of what they are buying. And I think what GI did in 1931, it was a vision of a man called Robert M. When he saw the problem in the industry, he didn't see go after gem or jewelry. He believed in people. He believed that education before anything. And today, what JJC is creating, this Manthan platform, is all about education. It's all about sharing that experience, sharing that knowledge among all our colleagues. Okay? I think this is what you guys are doing, and that's what binds us together, JJC and GI. Okay, so thank you again for having us. How many of you are GI alumni here? 1, 2, 3. Couple of them. But my promise to you, by next couple of years, I will turn this entire room to GI alumni. And I'm planning already something. I'm working with Avinash Bhai. And Nitin Bhai, what we started long back in previous journey, and that's what I want to continue here. But I have some questions for this alumni also. Okay. Can you guess us who is this? पैसे डबल लगेंगे इनके. This is Mr. Robert M. Sibley. He's the man who established GI as an institution. And उन्होंने 1920 से वो journey start करके, he traveled across the Europe. He gathered all knowledge about gems and jewelry. He came back to US, did correspondent course, sold all his wife jewelry, and started GI as a not-for-profit organization. Okay. GI brings value to the table, value in terms of confidence. So every time what it passes through GI, you will be rest assured it is taken care. That's the trust it brings in. Any guess what is this? You don't have to be GI alumni for knowing this, right? This was discovered by GI. Okay, this is maybe a loop for me. It's a tool that united the entire industry. You are a gemologist, you are a retailer, you are a trader. That one single loop united the entire industry. And again, GI didn't think for itself. They had thought about industry, otherwise in today's world they would have done an IP rights. Any guesses what is this? This is Polariscope. Okay. First time when GI invented this, okay, the price of or the value of the diamond was decided by opinion. Okay. Polariscope bought that opinion based to science based on how the gem is performing under the light. Okay. So there is a science which was coming and playing a role. Any guesses what is this? Any guesses who discovered it? What is this actually? Ketan, thank you. But for me, it's a common language that again united the industry. A guy sitting in Surat could do a business in San Francisco without meeting that person. And that is what GI did to the industry. So I will fast forward, I will not ask more questions, but as I said, GI brought this industry together, and today I think there is a lot goes behind the science, what we do. And yesterday, in fact, I was in Surat. We visited many factories, many clients, and trying to understand that how do we up our game. Because with play of technology, there is a big blur coming in our industry. It's very, very difficult to distinguish which is natural, which is synthetic, and so forth. And our job is to bring the truth forward. I think how do we up that? So a lot of work going behind it. But today I'm not going to talk more about GI. Today I want to talk about us. Okay. what business we are, and what is that we are doing to take it forward. For me, and people who closely know me, I'm passionate about retail. I understand retail, and I think every time, and how we can do better as an organization, as an industry, we need to continuously think that. So first is the product. Okay. What kind of product we are giving to the end client? What is the material, that ingredient it goes? Okay, how do we validate that what we put there? I think that's a big responsibility we have. That what industry we are. We are industry that is been a legacy. Like if I put this whole experience together today cumulatively, it would be nothing less than say 1,000 years plus. Okay, I see Mr. Vinod, 1869, if I remember correctly. He's here, 1869. Okay, so look at the generation. It's a legacy-based business, but it can take 30 seconds to destroy that reputation. So we need to be conscious of what we are doing. People. Manthan is the beginning of it. I think we need to think beyond this room. We think about our people. How education can change the whole scenario, because customer comes with those 4 letters. I think that 4 letters is also most confusing letter. Okay, the color, clarity, heritage. If our people are not given right kind of information, how to transform that science to consumable language, then that's a risk. So that's a people part, how do we invest on technology. We were talking about AI, technology screen was not working. I would again ask you to imagine if you don't use AI, what will happen? We have a challenge. Okay, as an institution, we are working relentlessly on this. And I was, funnily, Mr. Vinod is not here in the room. My first interaction with him was why he should have DBS for a mark, not GI, honestly. And he said, Amit, I'm a little bit confused, okay, but can you work with Purnima? Purnima is the merchandising manager at CKC. I think she was my teacher. She taught me RapNet, price and everything. I prepared a most complex Excel sheet and went to Mr. Vinod next day, and I convinced him. Okay. But that point of time, I had a question that why people are so gung-ho about GI. It took 15 years, 11 months when I joined GIA to discover it. It's just not an opinion, it's a science-based opinion. A grader who is on an average 8 to 10 year grader. Okay, technology, forefront, no match to it. Imagine thousands of diamonds coming in, thousands of diamonds going out, 0 error. And we talk about value. When I did my first lab walk, I discovered there is no frisking policy. So it starts with people, product, and technology. So if we don't believe in our people, how can we do anything else? And I think that's what GI together. We have fabulous set of team. And in terms of product, okay, we do various things, from melee screening to jewelry report to pearl report. Ruxan and Jen, my team member, are here. And I never knew about pearl industry. In fact, the second slide, which was, sliding one was there. GI was the first one to discover 7 pearl factor. Because the first thing you think about pearl is whether it's natural or not natural. I think 7 pearl factor helped in bringing that transparency. We are also the largest collector of all the minerals in the world. We have more than 32,000 samples. So colorstone is a big subject, and we are already working on that. How do we bring colorstone expertise to India? We have already started colorstone identification. Pearl we are going very well in there. But we will bring science, technology, bring GI in forefront that people believe in this industry and trust on that. So I'll quickly get through here. I spoke about people, okay, education before anything else. Manthan is the beginning, and I would like to stress this is just the beginning, and we need to spread this to a we have big work to do in that. GI we just started, it's already there, and I'm thinking that how do we energize it, the career center. Recruitment is one of the biggest challenge. When you look at the retail balance sheet, people cost is most important one. And people talent matters a lot. So when you recruit a guy, you want that person to be productive from the day one. So what the best thing we do is take the guy next door. pay him 30% extra, and so that he can be productive. But imagine if I take top big 5 retail company in India, every year they open 200 stores cumulatively. Average 30,000 people, you're talking 6,000 people every day. Where will those people come from? Probably your store. How do we bring more people into this industry? And with the right education. And GI has already started working on that. I'm already in touch with Avinash Bhai to build a skilling program for it. That can we make people retail ready, fresher people with new blood in the industry, so that they become more productive in the day one. So that's a work which we are going to put together. Technology. Okay. You have great product, great people, but people want to see the proof instantly. So GI has retail-friendly technology, which is first one you have is the ID100, which can on the spot can tell you whether it's natural or synthetic. Then you have Match ID, unique concept, underused, I would say. When I went GIA, and I am heavily influenced by DBS. Okay, we have the table inscription, you have a viewer to show, very nice. But this does a cool thing. You put it on the viewer, you have the inscription number, it instantly matches and show you report in a digital way. Validating, yes, this is an authentic diamond, report done by GI. So I think it's a fabulous innovation, but we need to push it in the retail, bring those tools into the conversation. So I just have a small video to show you. This is my probably the second last one. I'm not taking a long time. As I said, if you look into around this room, we all are from a business that is a legacy one. Nitin bhai, what generation is you? Imagine. Okay. So I think building partnership. One part is your legacy, that is you all. You understand your customer, you understand your design, you understand your people, but we want to be the bringing in authenticity. How we can help you with good content, good education, and bring trust to every piece what you say. And that's where our partnership is all about. We want to build partnership here. And I just wanted to, end my presentation with this. This image actually captured my eyes when I was in my induction program in Carlsbad, and let me just tell you, we are also thinking, taking few of the members to Carlsbad campus. Many of would be alumni also. But this image actually caught my eyes, and I took that picture. My colleague Shiv is here, and I said, Shiv, I need a good resolution picture of this. It's so old now. Okay. And this was the vision of Mr. Robert M. Sippel. He wanted to build a guild, a community that is based on ethical practice, sharing of knowledge, building a community that can take this trust forward, legacy after legacy. I think that journey still stays relevant and valid for the rest of our life. Thank you, everyone.
Huge round of applause for Mr. Amit Katihari for the insightful session and of course the knowledge sharing which goes beyond the gems and jewelry industry. And now that brings us to the final session, the final panel discussion for the day. And it again captures one of the most important topics and something which might have been bothering everybody present here. The real competition, other industries, price volatility, capital costs, consumer mindset. And to moderate this session, I will request you to put your hands together as I invite on stage Dr. Ketan Choksi, Chairman and MD Narayan Jewellers. And along with him, on the panel, we have some eminent guests for whom also I will request you to put your hands together as I invite them one by one right here with us. Ms. Khushbu Ranawat, Director, Swan Silk Chains and Jewellers Private Limited, a dynamic leader driving innovation in gold jewelry, manufacturing, focuses on design-led growth and multi-carat jewelry, brings a modern approach to traditional jewelry business, known for building strong industry collaborations and partnerships. Huge round of applause. Moving forward, may I request you to invite on stage along with me Dr. Naval Agarwal, partner Brinton Ghansham Das, a third-generation jeweler with 40+ years of experience, key contributor to Jaipur Jewelry Show and GJEPC, received and promoted Kundan Meena Jewelry globally, alternatively supports education, research and industry development. Next, may I request Mr. Nitin Khandelwal to please join us on stage, past chairman, GJC. A visionary entrepreneur leading Khandelwal Jewellers, played a major role in shaping GJC initiatives and industry reforms, led flagship projects like PMI and National Jewelry Awards, strong advocate for policy dialogue and industry growth.
Mike is working. Also an expert on crisis management, which he just did.
Also an expert on crisis management, I have to say, because he did mention there are two names I will be calling right now without the profile, and he said that who needs a profile when everybody knows you? So that was definitely the crisis management. For the moment, I request you to put your hands together as I invite on stage Mr. Sumit Anand and, of course, Mr. Avinash Gupta. Huge round of applause for our eminent panelists who will be addressing one of the most important topics currently, which is probably bothering you. Thank you so much, and over to you, gentlemen.
Please be seated. So, thank you. I said that just don't announce my name, but she did. And I said that, I will introduce myself. I said, I am Narendra Bhai Choksi's son, Reema's husband, Ashwi and Viman's father, and I'm running a small company called Narayan Jewellers, which has been at the Oscars for almost 8 years. It has been at New York Fashion Week for about 8 seasons. And I have tried my best to get some 30, 40 awards. But the most important thing here is that I have been given a special thing by our chairman and vice chairman that, why don't you become a moderator? I said, I've never tried this job. Let's do it. So thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I'm trying to explore, do I have this talent or not? Let's see what the best I can get out of it. Thank you. We need a manufacturer. So we can add that up. Yeah. Can we have one more chair, please? Mr. Kamath, we are waiting for you. Dr. Pratap, very well done. Who needs preparation? Let's put the chair this side. Yeah. Can someone put the chair this side? That's better. More balance. Thank you. Thank you. Sakti. Settled, Pratap? All good? Do you want to have some water? I know. So I was following somebody else's Adish. Anyways, so coming to the point is that, since morning we had some great Vision 2047 under the leadership of Madam Sundarvedi. Thereafter we got one step, let's go to a more nearer future where under the leadership of Ashok Bhai we went and said that ease of doing business. And I have been given a task that there is a problem now and today. Go and address it. And I'll try. Let's see what are our challenges, what are the real competition. I think a couple of years ago, I would say pre-COVID levels, the jewelry industry was on quite of ceteris paribus, like customers will buy jewelry by grams, rates will move up gradually, and store expansion means ek dukaan khol liya. I think since pandemic and to the current situation and context, more or less all three dynamics have changed. And to see how these all three dynamics are working today with real people in the real world sharing their own personal experiences, I think this all panel is about the real competition, other industries, price volatility, capital cost, and consumer behavior. So here we start, and we'll start with, always, when you start something, you need some of your mentors' blessings. And we start with Nitin Bhai. And the question to you, Nitin Bhai, is that please try to, everybody request, since time, we all know that we are behind the schedule for the next upcoming session, so we'll keep the conversation crisp and to the questions. Tier 3 markets, jewelry has traditionally been default as savings / investments. Customers' mindset is very clear. Ye to sona, probably sukh ka shungar or dukha hai. That's a kind of mindset. What do you think, looking at the current situation, do you think that customers are behaving the same way what used to be before, or they are looking for options like bank deposits and mutual funds or the financial instruments which Sachin Bhai and Madam was also talking about. क्या लगता है सर?
पहले तो थैंक्स कि मुझे उस लायक समझा कि केतन के इसमें, क्योंकि सुमित को पता है जब हम कैम्ब्रिज में थे तो केतन को सवेरे 6 बजे सुनने के लिए उसके रूम में जाते थे, तो थैंक्स। कमिंग टू सब्जेक्ट, मिक्स रिएक्शन है इस पे। लोग बैंक के तरफ भी जाते हैं, सब जगह जाते हैं, लेकिन पहले मैं जब जीजेसी में शुरू बोलता था 3 टायर 4 टायर सिटी में बिजनेस अच्छा है, तो उससे एक नुकसान होने लग गया कि सारे चेन स्टोर अभी 3 टायर 4 टायर सिटी में आने लग गए। तो मैं थोड़ा भी ज़्यादा कुछ उस पर इलेबोरेट नहीं करता हूँ ताकि वो उधर धंधा करे, हम इधर अपना धंधा करें। लेकिन ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग, ऑप्शंस ज़्यादा नहीं होने से, इन्वेस्टमेंट के बारे में अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं है, अवेयरनेस नहीं है, तो जितना छोटा सिटी होगा उतना वो गोल्ड ज्वेलरी पे और गोल्ड पे डिपेंडेंट रहता है, क्योंकि उसके पास वो दूसरा कोई ऑप्शन होता नहीं है। लैक ऑफ एजुकेशन है, लैक ऑफ अवेयरनेस है, तो मैं उसको ब्लेसिंग इन डिस्गाइज बोलेंगे कि वो सबका अगर यूज़ हम नहीं ले पाए तो इसमें कहीं ना कहीं हमारी कमजोरी है। और उसके लिए इन 3 टायर 4 टायर सिटी बिजनेस इज क्वाइट गुड। ये हमारे ऊपर है कि हम उनको कन्वर्ट कैसा करते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जब भी मैं ट्रैवल करता हूँ शोरूम में ऊपर से नीचे तक के किसी फ्लोर पे जाता हूँ तो एक कॉमन चीज़ सुनने आती है कि बजट बहुत बढ़ गया है। और एक सर्वे आया अभी शायद WGC ने किया था कि टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर के आपके 15 से 17% केवल जेम एंड ज्वेलरी में होता है और 85% अभी भी शादियों में अदर चीज़ों पे होता है। उसमें डिस्को डीजे जो बोलते हैं छोटे सिटी में, या फिर खाना और डेकोरेशन और बारात में, सब में। तो हम सब लोगों को एक संस्कृत वर्ड बताते हैं, वो कस्टमर को हम कन्वर्ट करते हैं कि जितने भी आपके 85% खर्चे हैं ये क्षण भंगुर है। ये संस्कृत वर्ड है, क्षण भंगुर, ये कुछ समय का आनंद देंगे। लेकिन अगर ज्वेलरी में इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे तो LIC तो केवल बोलती कि जिंदगी के साथ भी, जिंदगी के बाद भी। हम ऐड करते कि जिंदगी के साथ भी और 7 पीढ़ियों के बाद भी। तो उसकी वजह से कस्टमर का माइंडसेट चेंज होता है।
ये प्राइस वॉलेटिलिटी स्पेशली लास्ट ईयर में हुई, इसमें ऐसा कुछ लगता है आपको? आर यू एक्सपीरियंसिंग दैट कस्टमर या तो अपना परचेज थोड़ा टाइम पोस्टपोन कर रहे हैं, या तो कस्टमर अपना परचेज इन टर्म्स ऑफ क्वांटिटी कम कर रहे हैं? ऐसा कुछ आपका एक्सपीरियंस हो रहा है?
ऐसा था, लेकिन दे से कि फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड द रूल ऑफ द गेम एंड देन प्ले इट। तो हमने ये सर्वे करवाया और सर्वे में हमने देखा कि कस्टमर कंफ्यूज बहुत है। एक रील अगर वो दिखता है तो आता है कि सोने का रेट 3 लाख होने वाला है। राजेश की मेरी रील देखेंगे तो 3 लाख रुपए सोने का रेट बताएंगे, और दूसरी रील दिखेंगे तो सोना अभी धड़ाम हो जाएगा और 80-90 हज़ार रुपये आ जाएगा। ऐसे ही आता लैंग्वेज कि 80,000 90 होता। कस्टमर कंफ्यूज है। उसके लिए हम लोगों ने अच्छी स्कीम लाई है। हमने स्कीम का नाम ही दिया है, उसके अंदर चीत भी आपकी पढ़ भी आपकी, और उसको हमने इंग्लिश में नाम दिया कि बुक एंड रिलैक्स। जब तक कि आप कस्टमर को, एक जो अभी MCX के अंदर सुधांशु जी बैठे थे, जब तक आप इस मैकेनिज्म को अडॉप्ट नहीं करेंगे और कस्टमर को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए उसके रेट प्रोटेक्ट नहीं करेंगे, आपका वॉल्यूम बढ़ने वाला नहीं है। क्योंकि आपको ये देखना है कि कस्टमर की वरीज क्या है, और उस वरीज को अगर आपने बाय कर लिया और उसका सोल्यूशन अगर उनको दे दिया। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, हम स्कीम नहीं बोलते क्योंकि स्कीम अलाउड नहीं, हम कस्टमर को बोलते हैं एक नेकलेस आपका ड्रीम है, पसंद कर लीजिए, उसके 11 इंस्टॉलमेंट हमको आप दे दीजिए। 11 में हम आपको एवरेज रेट लगाएंगे, और हम यही नहीं रुकते। हम उनको बोलते हैं कि 11 का अगर एवरेज आपका 1,35,000 आ गया और सोने के भाव 1,75,000 हो गए तो हम आपको 1,35 में देंगे। और आपकी धारणा है कि सोना 85,000 हो जाएगा तो हम आपको 85,000 में दे देंगे। रेट प्रोटेक्शन प्लान
ऐसा हो गया, रेट प्रोटेक्शन प्लान, डेफर्ड पेमेंट सिस्टम हो गया, एडवांस डेफर्ड परचेज ऑर्डर,
उससे मेंटेन है सब।
गॉट इट। Pratap, the similar question to you. In metro cities, you have a mic next to you. So in metro cities, what do you think has changed? Is there a competition from other industries? As he said that in his town or 3-tier, 4-tier cities, people are still not having more options in terms of a substitute for this kind of disposable income. What do you think? Are you experiencing something what he's saying? What is your experience in your retail?
See, we are primarily based in, first of all, thank you, Ketan. Sorry, I thought I'll miss this, and God was kind
make
enough
sure people don't miss it.
Yeah, I was here on time, so yeah, very good afternoon, everybody. So my perspective, मेरा जो नजरिया है, is very focused only on Bangalore being in a metro city, and I think the urban consumer is very well informed, so they know what they are buying. Whether it's the price of gold, whether it's with the global exposure, जो travel करते हैं, Bangalore is a tech city, everybody has exposure to the global, to traveling globally or working globally. So I think the jewelry purchase as such, though Nitin Bhai gave his perspective, I think in cities like Bangalore, ETFs are definitely getting popular. People are still keen on, lifestyle spending is what is picking up. So either they want to buy exclusive jewelry which completely differentiates their purchase from the others, or they are spending on, upping their lifestyle. Like for the last 15-20 years, I was on GJF board also earlier. तो पहले भी यही सुनते थे हम कि competition is not the neighboring jeweler. Competition is from other premium and luxury like travel, could be the luxury homes, second homes. This is what is taking away a lot of money in a city like Bangalore. In fact, very soon we are going to be expanding to Tier 2, Tier 3. We are going back to our hometown, which is Udupi. So whatever Nitin Bhai said is a great input for me to understand the psyche. And so thank you, Nitin Bhai. But this is what.
But Pratap, you were not there in the morning session. Ma'am Sundarvali brought a nice closing that collaboration and something like that can help the brand. I think you have experienced that. You have got into luxury watches. How do you think?
Yeah, so that's what I said.
That's the reason for you to get in there.
Yeah, that's exactly the reason. See, either you need to be completely different. Even if you're buying jewelry, it's high-end jewelry which is easily accessible, which is what people are looking at in a city like Bangalore. Otherwise, it's lifestyle. So that's why we got into Rolex. We understood that the men don't wear bracelets anymore. Sabko ghadi chahiye. Everybody wants a fancy watch, and there's nothing better than having a brand like Rolex. And Rolex was kind enough to partner with us. Yes, of course it does. Yes, it does.
Is it helping
it helps us only in the top segment. So when you segment the market, segment the product, only the top strata of the consumer, top product is what gets sold because of Rolex.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Sumit bhai, I have a question for you. In this all price volatility, inventory management, ट्रेडिशनली जैसे मैंने बताया कि लोग पूछते थे हमें 10 ग्राम के आइटम का दे दो, 20 ग्राम का दिखा दो. फिलहाल पिछले एक साल में व्हाट डू यू थिंक कि पीपल आर कमिंग विद ग्रामेजेस on the counters, or they are talking about I have a budget of 50,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees. Is there any change in language of communication in terms of consumer behavior? What do you experience?
So जैसे अभी प्रताप ने कहा कि segmentation, so जहाँ जिस client का segmentation उस तरह का है जो बहुत budget conscious है, सो वो अपने बजट से ऊपर बात नहीं करता है. अगर उन्होंने अपनी फैमिली में अगर एक पहले वेडिंग करी है और उनका बजट उस समय 10 लाख रुपए में था कि हमने सारी शॉपिंग 10 में की थी, तो उसी प्राइस में वो लोग अपना काम खत्म करना चाहते हैं. सो इट इज़ वेरी रेयर कि वो हमारा अपना बजट बढ़ाते हैं. बट एक डिफरेंट सेगमेंट है जो हाई टिकट है, उनमें मैंने ये ज़रूर देखा है कि वो गोल्ड से डायमंड या पोल्की की तरफ शिफ्ट हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि उनके लिए लुक बहुत मैटर करता है. ग्रामेज डेफिनेटली वो लोग भी उतने ज़्यादा ग्रामेज पे नहीं जाना चाहते हैं. इनफैक्ट कुछ फैमिलीज जो पोल्की या डायमंड की तरफ शिफ्ट नहीं हो रही है, सो वो बोल्डली गोल्ड की तरफ जाते हैं, तो फिर वो वेट बढ़ाना चाहते हैं बिकॉज दे रियली वांट बिग.
So what you are saying is that the entry level customer or the mid level customer is conscious now.
They are
about,
shrinking.
They are conscious about the budget in terms of value.
Yes.
If I am correctly interpreting. But
Yes.
high-end customers with gold prices, you are experiencing two things. Either they are moving to Polki diamonds, or gold has built more aspirations, so they are going for gold also.
Yes.
Okay.
It is a part of luxury now.
Gold is
also
part of luxury. That's a new norm.
Yes.
Great. Naval sir, आपसे एक question पूछना चाहूँगा. Sir, you are coming from a city of heritage, and Jaipur represents great, is a mecca for Kundan, Polki, colorstone jewelry. Sir, what do you think, has anything changed in last 1 year or in last 4 to 5 years? क्या experience है? आप कैसे अपना market share maintain करते हो और बढ़ाते हैं?
It's true that Jaipur is famous for its heritage jewelry. Basically, Jaipur or Rajasthan is a place of kings and royals. तो रॉयल ज्वेलरी के रूप में कुंदन ज्वेलरी एक तरह से प्रसिद्ध हुई. I joined business about 50 years back. At that time, we were also making Kundan Meena jewelry, but the popularity was not there. Somehow, in 90s, this segment again got popular, और with the fashion और आज का जो adornment है, wedding adornment है, उसके साथ बहुत अच्छा चेंज होता है. Actually, ज्वेलरी का कोई भी ट्रेंड जो भी पॉपुलर होता है, आज भी 5 साल डाउन द लाइन 5-10 years back, most of the jewelers were not keeping मीना ज्वेलरी और पोल की ज्वेलरी, बट आज कोई शोरूम में खास इंडिया में ऐसा नहीं है जिसमें पोल की ज्वेलरी प्रिडोमिनेटली नहीं हो. तो दिस ऑल इज डिपेंडिंग ऑन द ट्रेंड ऑफ द फैशन, एंड फैशन स्टार्ट फ्रॉम बॉलीवुड सेलिब्रिटीज एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स. एक्चुअली हम लोगों को नॉट ओनली वाइल इंक्रीजिंग आवर सेल और अपना प्रोडक्ट को पॉपुलर करने के लिए, वी शैल नॉट शाई to outsource our jewelry to celebrities and popularize our things to the masses. In Jaipur is not only famous for Kundan Meena jewelry, Jaipur is also famous for its color stone jewelry. As you all know that Jaipur, all the major important color stones comes to Jaipur for cut and polishing, and I can say more than 400 color stones are now cut and polished in Jaipur. More than 400 types of colored gemstones are cut and polished in Jaipur. We still are very, not very much educated about as far as the gemology or gemstone science is concerned. I was just hearing Amit, just before the session started. He was saying about the diamond. Diamond is having only one element, carbon. But when we talk about the colored gemstones have number of elements in it. बहुत सारे कई सारे कॉम्प्लेक्स एलिमेंट्स से मिलकर कलर स्टोन बनते हैं, और उसमें एक भी कंपोनेंट्स का चेंज हो जाता है तो उसकी वैल्यू मिलियंस में चेंज हो जाती है. आई जस्ट यूज द एग्जांपल ऑफ टर्मलिन. टर्मलिन इज नॉट वेरी एक्सपेंसिव स्टोन, पर अगर टर्मलिन के अंदर कॉपर आ जाता है तो इट बिकम्स वेरी एक्सपेंसिव, इट बिकम्स पराइबा. तो पराइबा, इन चीज़ों की जानकारी जो है आज हमें होना जरूरी है. मोस्टली वी नो अबाउट द पर्ल्स, वी नो नेचुरल पर्ल, बसरा पर्ल, दिस पर्ल, लेकिन कॉन्च पर्ल भी होता है, पिंक पर्ल भी होता है, वो सबसे एक्सपेंसिव पर्ल होता है, बड़ा रेयर पर्ल होता है. ये जानकारी हमें नहीं है अभी भी. इन सब चीज़ों को हमें मार्केटिंग करना पड़ेगा, इन चीज़ों को लाइमलाइट में लाना पड़ेगा. ऑफकोर्स आई एम गोइंग जस्ट बियॉन्ड माई क्वेश्चन, लेकिन जस्ट वांटेड टू शेयर विद ऑल ऑफ यू दैट आज की तारीख में हमें इनोवेशन, मतलब जब ज्वेलरी को आगे बढ़ाना है तो इनोवेशंस को लाना पड़ेगा. वी हैव टू एजुकेट पीपल. अभी भी कुछ सालों पहले तक भी एमरल्ड के नाम पे हम ये जानते थे कि एमरल्ड इज एमरल्ड, एमरल्ड ग्रीन होता है. उसकी माइंस ये जाम्बियन है, कोलम्बियन है, रशियन है, मोजोमाइन का है, कौन सी माइन का, ये सब कुछ नहीं पता था. पर आज एंड कंज्यूमर तक भी ये जानने लग गया कि कौन सा एमरल्ड अच्छा होता है, कौन सा बेस्ट होता है, उसकी क्या वैल्यू होती है. Pratap was just speaking about the Rolex watch. Why Rolex became Rolex? कोई खास बात नहीं, ये भी टाइम देती है और एक टाइटन की वॉच लेते हैं, पर वो भी उतना ही टाइम सही बताती है. लेकिन एक ब्रांडिंग है, रोलेक्स की जो ब्रांडिंग है और उसके बारे में जो स्टोरी टेलिंग है वो हम लोग भूल जाते हैं. डायमंड की स्टोरी टेलिंग हम भूल जाते हैं कि डायमंड किस हमारे देश में कब से चल रहा है. आप कोटिले का अर्थशास्त्र देखेंगे तो उसमें डायमंड के बारे में पूरी जानकारी आपको मिलेगी, यानी दैट वाज अबाउट 300 BC. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें हर चीज़ का इन डेप्थ नॉलेज, आप जो मंथन जैसा ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं, इस तरह से जो नॉलेज होती है वो शेयर करके ही हम अपने प्रोडक्ट को, अपनी चीज़ों को बढ़ा सकते हैं. अगेन कमिंग टू माई स्पेसिफिक,
आई हैव एड ऑन क्वेश्चन टू दिस सर कि आपका ब्राइडल सेगमेंट, बिकॉज जयपुर में पोल्की में लोग नॉर्मली वेडिंग ज्वेलरी ज़्यादा ढूंढने जाते हैं. जब कोई भी ब्राइड इंडिया से अगर नॉन जयपुर से जयपुर जाती है ज्वेलरी के लिए तो देयर फर्स्ट ऑब्जेक्टिव इसके मेरे को ब्राइडल ज्वेलरी देखनी है. उसकी डिमांड, उसका कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर में कोई आपका रिसेंट ऑब्जर्वेशन, एक्सपीरियंस चेंज?
माई एक्सपीरियंस इज दैट, अभी जैसे बोल रहे थे कि इतने सारे शादी में खर्चे होते हैं, इतने उससे हमारा शेयर ख़त्म हो जाता है. मैं कहता हूँ जितने ज़्यादा खर्चे होते हैं उतना हमारा शेयर बढ़ जाता है. पहले एक फंक्शन हुआ करता था तो ज्वेलरी खाली शादी के दिन के लिए खरीदते थे. अभी 5 फंक्शन होने लगे, मेहंदी की अलग ज्वेलरी होगी, आपको हल्दी की अलग ज्वेलरी हो गई, फिर संगीत की अलग ज्वेलरी हो गई, इसकी अलग ज्वेलरी हो गई. तो आई थिंक ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. दिस ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन हमारे देश की इकोनॉमी जितनी ज़्यादा ग्रो करेगी, हमारा सेक्टर कभी भी कम नहीं होने वाला है. और वेडिंग के अंदर स्पेसिफिकली जो जयपुर के अंदर लोग आते हैं, दे आर डेफिनेटली कमिंग लुकिंग फॉर द कुंदन मीना ज्वेलरी, कुंदन टच ज्वेलरी होगी. लेकिन वो कोई सेगमेंट में मैं नहीं समझता हूँ कोई कमी हुई है, वेडिंग सेगमेंट अच्छा कर रहा है।
सर आपको लगता है ना कि सब साइलेंटली आपको सुन रहे थे, मैं थोड़ा ह्यूमरस में जाता हूँ, क्यों मालूम? सबको प्रॉफिट दिखा कलर स्टोर में, GI को रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम दिखा, हमें नफा दिखा, बोला ये बढ़िया चीज़ बता दिया आपने, संकट के समय में आपने बता दिया कलर स्टोर के पीछे।
अमित वाज वेरी ट्रूली सेइंग
ग्रेट थिंग
कि अभी भी कलर स्टोर के बारे में इनकी भी रिसर्च इतनी कंप्लीट नहीं है।
यहाँ पे रिटेलर्स है, मैन्युफैक्चरर्स है, सर्टिफाइंग बॉडीज है और काउंसिल है, सब मिलकर कुछ इनिशिएटिव करें तो
आई इनवाइट ऑल ऑफ यू भाई कलर स्टोर में भी अब ज्वेलरी बनाना स्टार्ट करें।
थैंक यू। So I have some question for manufacturers. Khushbu, I will go to you. With this pricing, how do you guys manage आपके product ranges? How do you manage with lower caratage? आप lower caratage में जाते हो नहीं जाते हो? आपके क्या experiences? Because you have to react faster than the customer's reaction. Probably you have to, as a manufacturer, अगर आपको leadership position में रहना है तो आपको सबसे पहले foresee करना है कि भाई आगे ऐसा होगा. So what are your experiences in last year or maybe 1 to 4 years? Please share.
First, I'd like to thank GGC for such a beautiful platform. A lot of beautiful people here. And Ketanji, you're a natural speaker. So whoever decided to put you as a moderator is a very bright person.
Thank you.
Very lovely question, and we at Swandership, we are mass manufacturers in terms of plain gold. And it's a very relevant question with the rising cost of capital. With the rising cost of capital, I think this is one pain point that our industry is really facing in the last 6 months. When the capital investment is so high, how do we maintain the right inventory? What do we do? What we encourage and what we tell all the consumers we talk to, all our clients we talk to, is we go the multi-carat way. Multi-carat, I'm not saying that the confidence in 22K is going lower, it's not. It's also expanding the market. It allows you to talk to the customers with different caratages. What is 18, what is 14, what is 9, what is 22, what is 24. We have IAGES here, we have World Gold Council here, who are promoting 24 carat for the same reason that we have points to talk to. China में 24 carat बिकता है यार, 9 carat भी बिकता है, कैसे बिकता है? तो हमें एक टॉपिक मिलता है कस्टमर से बात करने के लिए. जो 9 carat का कस्टमर है, वो डिज़ाइन लेड है. They're buying it for fashion, they're buying it for gifting. It's a new topic to talk to. The 18 carat customer that is now moving because of the 22 carat budget. But the 22 carat customer is still present in tier 2, tier 3 because they want to buy for their investment, their heart, their emotions. And that is something we cannot change, and we don't want to either. So what is lovely with the rising cost of capital is we get to explore as manufacturers, where we had never thought we will start 9 carat or 14 carat, and now we are. So thank you for
An add-on question to you is that, what do you think is the percentage of, in your business where classically a gold jewelry, large manufacturer, 22 carats to 18 to 14 or to 9, what do you think those current ratios are, if you have it handy, if you have more study into it, if you can elaborate, what do you see as projections for another next 2 to 5 years? Where do you see this, your ratios will be heading towards?
So Ketanji, I'll start historically, and I think all my retailers here would agree with me. Historically, 10 years back, people thought only 22. And what we see now is people are thinking 22 also, then 18 also, 14 not so much in the India market, but 9 also. And people are thinking, and people are exploring. 22 has gone down, I will not say, but it has expanded avenues to other carats. And that is lovely. We see diamond jewelry being made in 14K. We see 18 karat polki jewelry, diamond jewelry being made too. So it's great. It's a platform that we are moving faster. We're making it affordable, and luxury should be present in everybody's home.
So you are seeing all three as major revenue streams. To summarize, you are looking at all three. Whether that's, price rise probably gave you a blessing in disguise that you added 2 more SKUs to your production team?
Absolutely. I think every customer that walks in should have a shoe, and we try to make everything and try to fit in everybody's shoe.
Great, that's a great insight. Avinash, you being a manufacturer on the other side, you have been doing excellent some Korki and unique works, and some, of course, the traditional South Indian jada, jewelry, malas and malek and all those things. What is your opinion to her context? What is your experience in last a year or year and a half? Where do you think your production or the product mixes have been? Are you engaging or having such product offerings of lower caratage? What do you think? How do you foresee this? Because you guys have to foresee first and then it hits the retail counter. What do you think?
That's absolutely right, Ketan bhai. When it comes to purely gold jewelry, lowering the caratages, moving ahead with, I can say, experimentations and all is very easy. But when it comes to the traditional jewelry and when it comes to those pieces which are one of a kind or art pieces, it's very difficult. And again, it depends on what kind of shoes you are fitting in yourself. When I look at the commercial thought process, definitely we have to lower the caratages because we need to ultimately move the goods and earn. Because ultimately the pocket sizes are not growing with the price rise, what is happening. So definitely with us also, we are trying to experiment the lower caratages from 22 to 18 in temple. But the acceptance of that 22 to 18 in temple jewelry, I have my own doubts on it. Definitely we are trying for it. But there is, when we spoke to our customers, they said, please stick to it at 22. Don't start jumping onto it because we still are having the sales. Fortunately for gold industry and the product in which we deal, because of the confusion of lab grown and the natural, our segment has picked up in a big way. So that has given a boost to us because temple jewelry has increased manifold when I see the sales. And that has given, and when we use gemstones also in that. So that has given an advantage to retail to take the profits into their retail this thing because they had an advantage in profits over gold. Generally what happens is everyone has to do some mathematics to run their businesses. So at that particular point, our jewelry has played a role on that particular sale. So I feel it's going to be a little difficult for the traditional jewelry to lower the caratages on because acceptance towards that will be little difficult. And when it comes to temple jewelry, it has handcrafting still available. It's not completely technology driven. And that needs soft metal, which is going to be very difficult when we lower it. So all these challenges are there. So
but to simplify,
yeah.
if I very simply, spontaneously interpret this is that when it is about large manufacturing, gold jewelry, I think it's more about price driven, fitting into the shoes driven, and when it is more about design and craft, it is more about the design aspirations or the inspirations and the executions. Very simplified. So it seems that people who are working in that direction of design and crafts, I think price volatility is going to come. And I believe Sanjay Bhai is in the audience and would also agree that could this be interpreted like this, that when you are working in the design and craft space, be it a very designer 22 carat gold jewelry or a polki or a temple jewelry, price more or less, the gold price is irrelevant, and when it is about smaller ticket items, plain gold jewelry, I think price is more relevant. Sanjay, what do you think? I'm just making it little, I want to see that audiences are here. Can someone give mic to Sanjay, please? Sanjay, mic will come to you. Please be seated. It's fine. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
See, that was the point. We are talking about customer segment.
Yes. You had a great point, that is why I got in this to you.
So this point is slightly confidential and complex also. So it depends upon the customer segment to whom you are catering. Right? Obviously, every jeweler want to sell high weight and high value jewelry. That's where the margin lies, and your inventory turn will also improve. But given the price rise and the customer to whom you are catering, the sale of bulky jewelry or a heavyweight temple jewelry may come down. So I don't want to speak much on this, and that's why one has to shift to lower carat jewelry, because you are catering to certain customer base. We want to upskill and uplift their aspirations, but the core customer segment will look for a lightweight jewelry. So let's say in our case, it's public information, our ASP and ATV, which we call average sale price 60,000, average transaction price, it's 90,000. Now 60,000 average sale price, it's not possible to, and if you lock a lot of your inventory just for aspiration to become a temple jewelry seller.
So based on your TGs.
Yes.
What you're talking is based on your TGs or the vision for the brand.
So your capital productivity will come.
One will have to be more
pragmatic.
Yeah,
One has to be
more
more pragmatic about capital allocation than simply aspiration to sell a temple jewelry. That's
well taken, sir. Thank you so much for your insight.
On this, Ketan, I just want to tell, definitely I agree. The chain store concept or the chain store thought process is based on the scale of business to which they can turn their inventory the fastest. But I'll tell you one thing, the luxury segment is something which the top brands, if I go to Tanishq, they have Zoya, where they are sitting with the capital invested in them, but they are doing good. Looking at Zoya, Malabar is thinking. Looking at that, Joy is thinking. Everyone is thinking on that segment because that's a very important and that is a lucrative segment. No doubt, their capital cost might be higher, but the inventory to the profit ratio at the end of the day is very important. And definitely, when you want to look at overall picture of the jewelry industry, and if I look personally, if I say, if you want to make the country jeweler to the world, what will be the most important thing? The most important thing is the art and culture of India, which is to be promoted, not just the scale of business, which is to be promoted. I think if we think on that lines, then only we will be the jeweler to the globe. And for that, as Navalji told, that we should not hesitate to give our jewelry for celebrities to wear, because people see that and they come to buy. So I think on that lines, if we take our vision, no doubt we need scales, but we need to sell design also. Then only we will be able to move forward. That's my take.
Okay. So since you have the mic, I have one more question for you. For a manufacturer where there is a long wait in terms of turnaround inventory to turnover ratio, obviously is lower, so I'm sure that is lower to you also, right? Now with this exponential price difference in last year, how do you manage to have, the raw material procurement, production cycles, margins, price volatility, and things like that in your segment of jewelry? What do you think, and how do you, what do you do to manage such things? Because nobody saw this coming, and it has come. So the question first is you, and then I'm coming to Khushbu. You meanwhile, if you want to think about it, yeah.
See, that's a question which everyone in the industry is facing, and everyone is fighting for it, going to the banks to increase the capital and trying to put our foot exactly where we were, because everyone needs a growth. And our industry has always been a volume based, not the value based. So always we want to see पिछले साल हमने कितने किलो माल बेचा था, इस साल कितने किलो माल बेचा है. So we don't see the numbers. everyone's numbers have gone up. Even when Rajesh bhai told that we were sitting with the Home Minister, he asked us, how is business? Sir, तो हमने बोला sir, we are down in volume. बोले value में तो बढ़ के है ना? बोला yes sir, value में बढ़ के. So still we are there in the age-old era of volume-based structure. So definitely it is hurting us, but definitely everyone is fighting it out, and jewelry industry has fought since the ages, and they will fight this also, and they will make sure that next year we are crossing 800 tons again.
Great. So, which means, to summarize, is that you need to fund and bring additional capital, which is unexpected. But you are doing it and you are able to manage. But that's a real challenge right now. And
Yes.
do you think the product mix is also having any impact on it? But the products are selling, as you previously said, but that's not a problem. Only you need more capital to do the same amount of
Definitely yes,
analysis.
because the retail part also, the price rise which has come, it was so rapid and it was so rampant that the consumer does not have the time to sink in the price rise. So that is the reason the volumes are low little bit. And it is not that low. If I look at the price rise of 70%, the volume drop is roughly around 20% for the country, which is nothing. That means...
Great.
Yeah.
Khushbu, your view on this question, please.
I think Avinash
I'm
is
trying
very...
to keep it more crisp, so sorry if I'm interfering in this.
Avinash is very happy with Rashmika's wedding, no?
Sorry?
Think
Very
everyone.
happy with Rashmika and Vijay's wedding.
Yeah, I think everyone.
Temple jewelry is on a boom
Yes.
right now, especially
Yes.
Bangalore. So it's a very apt question. We need more capital, and for more capital, we have to be very, very organized, very, very compliant, very, very helpful to our banks and institutions, and that's a very good thing for our industry. It kind of helps the industry grow when we all are moving in the right direction, in the right path, and all have that one vision to pay taxes, to pay advance taxes, to become more compliant. We have so many great listed companies here. That's the way forward. It's really helping our industry grow. The question was...
So we all have to run for capital, and ma'am, this you need to know that we all have need capital. Sorry, come again. Mic, oh, you need the mic?
Yes. Yes, so we all do need capital, and what I feel as a manufacturer we've become not just manufacturers now, we've become risk planners, auditors, financiers, we've become everything, and we've learned to be
We
more...
will extend this question again to
Yes.
come to you, sorry again.
Yes.
Pratap, Sumit bhai, Nitin bhai, are you guys planning any of expansion in coming years or this year? Store expansions are there? With you, Pratap? No, you tell me first, I'm coming to you.
Yes, we are moving to, in fact, we
So
feel highly urban.
the million-dollar question is that last year when you must have planned that in next 2 to 3 years, I'll be putting up 2-3 stores, every store X hundred or whatever the quantity and value you must have considered. The value went exponentially, haywire. Did you factor this, or how do you manage this?
I don't know what to say, but to be very honest, we had planned
Because
4
this
projects.
is a question probably all of us are facing. You made a plan 2 years ago and we just don't know what will happen.
We had a plan for 2 upgrades and 2 new stores last year. Both the upgrades were done by December. The 2 new projects are underway, and I'm sure we'll complete both of them within the next 18 months.
And
So we've not stopped there, because I think it also depends on the scale of expansion. I mean, if you have 20 stores, maybe you can't. We had 2 store upgrades, both were done in 2025. 2 new stores, I think, should be done in the next 18 months. So it's not been very, it's not been a very large
But you could
plan that
manage
we
the
had.
capital and you went ahead with the
Yes,
decision.
we are still going ahead. It's still on.
Because to
Nothing
move
has
ahead
been-
with the decision is that you need capital, of course, you need the right product mix, and you are confident about it that, okay, this segment, this price range will be still selling in that market.
No, well, I think there's one perspective I'd like to share in this. One perspective I'd like to share. I think what we all need to focus on is operational efficiency. See, many times what happens being family jewelers, many times we think the stock is ours, pada hai, koi baat nahi, let it stay. So I think if we focus on operational efficiency, I think 20 to 25% you can bring down your inventory, irrespective of the format of jewelry, whether you're in luxury, premium or mass. I'm very sure if we focus on this particular aspect, you can bring down 25% stock, which will definitely help you in your immediate next expansion.
So
it's just a perspective.
response on this. What do you think if you are very crisp and quick?
So ये challenge तो बहुत बड़ा है और definitely इसको अभी एकदम से मैं तो इसलिए comment नहीं कर पाऊँगा क्योंकि हमने अभी expansions थोड़े से hold on किए.
Okay.
To be very frank.
So you are assessing the situation,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Nitin,
yes.
what do you think?
To upgrade, 2 showroom coming, 1 showroom within 1.5 month and 1 should be in the 26 only.
But you are going ahead with
So
your plans.
I invite all tallest showroom in Maharashtra, that is 8 story in Akola. So build up completely, going to start.
Ketanji, can I summarize this question just a bit?
Yeah.
What I do feel, what I see with our retailers here is they've become very smart in their inventory. Before it was asset heavy, now it's smart asset. And that's the lovely part about our industry is that they're adapting the changes so quick.
Naval sir, आपको again coming back to you and changing the little context, where do you see the bridal Polki segment ahead in next 3 to 5 years?
I think,
Especially the brand Jaipur jewelry.
yeah, the coming year there's no challenge, but then it also requires innovations and of course change with the time. So this segment also needs innovation again. But for coming few years, this will go on.
This will go.
But then, yeah.
Then you expect that there could be a change in customer behavior. Fantastic. Now I have some common questions there, Nitin bhai, I have some questions very quickly. Everybody can keep their mind, and this is like, whoever rings the buzzer first can respond, no problem. So it's a very open question. With gold rising price, and I want a very quick response. Does it boost demand as an investment or reduce demand due to affordability? 1 or 2 line answer, quickly.
This is the beauty of the gold, that prices are increasing and you can show the customer this is the only asset where you can just keep, it will grow. So if you take it positively, राजेश्वरम हरदम बोलते कि ये ब्यूटी है, जिस दिन सोने के भाव घटना शुरू हो जाएंगे, गोल्ड का अट्रैक्शन तो हो
It
जाएगा.
builds aspiration according
Yes,
to you.
aspiration बढ़ रहा है, अच्छा है. और शोरूम भी इसलिए बढ़ाना चाहिए कि कैपिटल का खर्चा वैसे निकल जाता है.
Yes, I'm going to Smith also, don't worry. Yes, Smith.
So yes, aspiration gold का बढ़ रहा है और लोगों की first choice में आ रहा है.
Okay. So there is no thing like that the demand is going down or people will adjust with more
No,
aspirations.
gold
So
has
it
an
would be different.
emotional value, Ketanji. But people are asking, can I wear it? Will it look good on me? Is this the new fashion? It has, the thought process has changed more from investment little bit to how wearable is it? Where can I wear it every day? Is this the design that is trending in the reels now? So that's very interesting in the perspective.
But overall cruiser में जो बीच में women's ने बिल्कुल उसको बाहर कर दिया था ना, वो अब ऐड होने लगे.
Okay.
वो try करते हैं.
So that aspirations are also brought back certain segment of people.
Fashion के हिसाब से there is a problem, what she mentioned. But उनकी family और girl खुद, they try कि कुछ तो ऐड हो.
No, to add to this, see, when we talk about smart inventory or smart thing, that is everything. Gold has outperformed all investments. Now, all those people who were thinking gold मुझे नहीं चाहिए, they want to have gold. And when they want gold, they say, why not jewelry? We have an asset which we can enjoy as well as we can reap profits. So that's a very important aspect which is changed.
Great. I think not too many questions. Pratap, as a metro retailer, is it more about now, since last 1 year context only we had this panel discussion, is it more about selling jewelry or managing capital efficiently, which you just said that you bring down your 25% of the inventory, which was one of your solutions. What do you think it is? I mean, how are you managing it?
No, I think it's
how
a
are
mix
you
of.
implementing
No, I
this?
think it's a mix of both.
It's a mix of,
yeah. I think it's a mix of both.
So
That's
you need
what-
to sell jewelry and
Absolutely.
manage the capital parallelly. You have to do
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
Avinash, do you agree with it? The question was that in today's businesses, and he is from the metro, you are from a Kundan Polki manufacturer, is it more about still selling jewelry, or it is more about managing capital efficiently through smart inventory management? I mean, it's a little between the lines question, but yeah.
I think both are important. If you have to look at the profits smartly, if you're not doing it, it's going to be very difficult for you to survive. So, with the rising prices, definitely managing your inventory levels smartly is very important.
Okay.
Keeping the profits in mind.
Great. I think another question is that, and very spontaneous answers I want is that, what is the other competition you are seeing in the jewelry industry? I mean, the competition, of course, we all now say that it's not the next door jeweler, right? But it's the other industries. Quickly, just one. Which industry do you think, Avinash bhai, is competing or affecting your business model, or you think this is a pain point for yourself?
I think,
not for everybody.
I think the jewelry community is the biggest competition to me today.
As a large manufacturer.
Not as a manufacturer, as an industry. If I see the competition, it is the jewelry industry itself. We are giving wrong information to the consumer that 3% में ले लो, Italian भी ले लो, 3% में ले लो. So if we are not putting across the design perspective to compete with ourselves, instead if we are working on price points, that is the competition for me.
So that's a manufacturing perspective. Khushbu, do you
It's
differ
not
here?
for manufacturing. I am not talking about manufacturing. I am talking about industry.
I am seeing that, but my question to you was as a manufacturer. So my interpretation is that you as a manufacturer...
No, I don't have any competition in that case.
So I told you, you tell about your competition. Khushbu, what do you think quickly?
To be very frank, what we explain to every consumer who walks in is, क्या आप mutual fund पहन सकते हो? नहीं पहन सकते हो. So jewelry is here to stay, and competition तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. But आप जब तक you're not swift on your feet and you're not trying everything, then you can't survive. So yes, we keep trying new things so that we can be
The
there.
question was that, do you think, what is the competition from the industry or other industry? One line, not the circle question. You know?
Do we have competition from the industry
Yeah,
or?
I mean, for you, what is competition within the industry or from other industries, you think? I mean, if your company is growing or not growing, you think that is because of the competition from the industry, or the overall, the jewelry industry is having competition from other sectors?
I think other sectors more.
So you
Yes.
say other sectors more.
Yes.
Pratap, what do you think? Quickly.
Honestly, our company has been growing, so growth has not been a concern, but I think lifestyle has been trying to, lifestyle
luxury
experiences have been trying to take away a share of...
Naval sir, what is your experience? Quickly.
Yeah, my experience is कि वो luxury segment अगर grow करते हैं, तो simultaneously jewelry भी grow करेगी. If somebody is coming to a showroom in a BMW, तो उसको कान में भी तो बड़े-बड़े हीरे करने पड़ेंगे ना.
Correct. So maybe we will be referred later. Okay, got a very interesting perspective. Nitin bhai, what do you think? Same regarding that competition.
अभी कंपटीशन कुछ बचा नहीं है, क्योंकि पहले जब हम बात करते थे तब सबके पास मोबाइल नहीं रहते थे, कार नहीं रहती थी, वॉशिंग मशीन नहीं रहता था, फॉरेन टूर नहीं रहते थे. अब वो सब हो गया. वो कोई आदमी अभी 4 मोबाइल नहीं रखेगा, और कोई आदमी जितने फॉरेन टूर है वो भी सब कर चुके. तो अभी ज्वेलरी के अलावा कुछ बचा ही नहीं उसको एक्सपेंडिचर करने के लिए, एक्सपीरियंस लेने के लिए, सब करने के लिए. क्योंकि अब सैचुरेशन आ चुका है सबके पास. सब ऐसा कोई हॉल में व्यक्ति नहीं है जो दुनिया की लग्जरी उसके पास में नहीं है. अब वो कितनी लग्जरी और करेगा. अब ज्वेलरी में उसको 10 भी दे तो उसको कोई कम नहीं है.
कुछ बचा तो नहीं है बोलने के लिए.
Right, still, we need to know your experience.
So competition actually जो अविनाश जी ने बोला, ये एक लेवल तक ये वाली कॉम्पिटिशन है जो गोल्ड में बहुत ज़्यादा फेस करने को आ रही है. और अभी कैसा एक ट्रेंड चल गया है कि एजुकेट भी करना है ना कस्टमर को, तो एक्चुअली उसको नेगेटिव साइड जाके सब लोग एजुकेट करना चाहते हैं. वो जो एक चीपनेस है और ये रील्स के थ्रू जो बड़ी इजीली जा रही है ना, सो कंफ्यूजन्स ज़्यादा हो रहे हैं. आई डोंट कॉल इट एग्जैक्टली अ कॉम्पिटिशन, बट इट्स एक्चुअली स्पॉइलिंग थिंग्स. सो एज अ ज्वेलरी इंडस्ट्री लोगों के माइंड में थोड़ी नेगेटिविटी जरूर क्रिएट करें.
Great. I think I am heading to the last question, and very spontaneous response. Pratap, will start from you. single biggest challenge out of these four things for you as a jewelry business: price volatility, capital cost, changing consumer mindset, or external competition? One response. One.
Changing consumer mindset.
Changing consumer. Khushbu, what do you think?
Managing inventory with the rising prices.
So capital cost.
Capital.
Now, so you.
I think managing capital is a more.
Again, I'll repeat the options: price volatility, capital cost, changing consumer mindset, or external competition.
कैपिटल अभी कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है। बैंक में एक जमाना था, हम रिप्रेजेंटेशन ले जाते थे अशोक भाई की, हम लोगों को अलग निगाह से देखे जाता है, और अभी तो बैंक आपके पास में दौड़ दौड़ के आ रही है, उनको पता है कि अच्छा बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, एथिकल कर रहे हैं, कैपिटल है, रेट बढ़ रहा है, तो बैंक आर मोर कंफर्टेबल। आई डोंट सी एनी प्रॉब्लम इन द कैपिटल।
But that is an interest is a cost.
Interest is taken care by the inflation.
No. My question to you is not that the cost of capital is more or less, or how to get capital. Out of four things, which is the biggest challenge? Price volatility, capital cost, changing consumer mindset, or the external competition from other industries? Just one response.
External competition is the only.
Sumit bhai, what do you think? Should you want to repeat the options?
Changing mindset.
Changing mindset.
And keeping our own pace.
For me, price volatility.
Price volatility. I am raising this question to the audience, and just quickly raise the hands. How many people think that price volatility is the biggest challenge today? Someone please record this number of hands, at least get a broader idea. Okay. How many people think that capital cost is a major challenge now? Capital is the biggest challenge. Perfect. How many people think that there is a complete change in the consumer mindset going ahead and right now? And how many people think that there is a competition with the external industries and other sectors? So less. I think price volatility and external competition is least. What everybody is talking about is capital cost and the changing consumer mindset. I think this was a great panel discussions. Thank you all the panelists. Pratap, thank you. I know he had got you at the last moment. And what clearly emerges from this discussion is that the jewelry industry, I think to summarize, is going through some sort of structural shift. The past ceteris paribuses are changing, and there are new norms or new normals which is in making. I would interpret it like this. Consumers are changing, business models are changing, capital employment strategies are changing, and I think this is all about a major structural shift, probably, which this industry is going through in last, I think, 5-7 decades. I don't know beyond that, but yeah, I think something like this is going. And I think with this kind of sessions, brainstorming sessions, sharing each other's, I think, experiences gives a lot of breather to all of us. And I will just open the platform for the audience very quickly. Ma'am, Sundaravali ma'am wanted to share something with us, I guess. Ma'am, please.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ketan. And perhaps this is a little bit, opening a can of worms again, a little bit controversy. So I would request all in this room to bear with me and spare a few minutes for me. Okay?
Please, ma'am.
And quick question, since all of you are on the stage, okay? You can quickly scan the room and tell me what would be the youngest age of this audience, and who would be the, no, not who, what would be the eldest age and what would be the youngest age in this room? Quickly. Guess, anybody guess is fine.
I think early 30s and late 20s.
35 to 40,
anybody less than 25, 20?
No. You are talking about the average age in the room?
Not average age. Who
Lowest
would
and
be
the
youngest?
highest.
Huh?
Lowest and the highest.
Lowest and the highest.
Maybe 70 at the highest and maybe about 20, 25 at the lower end.
20, 25 in the
Lower
lowest.
end and 70 at the highest.
70 at the highest, right? 70, 75 also somebody could be there, right? Okay, fine. I am in this teaching profession for a very long time, and I teach MBA students, and that is my core, that is my bread, butter and jam. So, the age group that I interact with has been consistently 25 for a very, very long time. So beyond 25, I cannot think. Okay? Beyond 25, I cannot think. I have a fundamental, please bear with me, all respected people in the profession. I have a lot of respect for you guys. Please bear with me. I think there's a little bit of an issue about we talking about consumer behavior. You may disagree with me, you may agree with me, we can debate, okay? This is not going to be the end of the story. I may be completely wrong also, I'll be happy to take that, I'm wrong. See, we underestimate or we mislead the younger generation. How many of you understand your children or your younger brothers and sisters who is 20 or 25? How many of us will clearly claim that I understand my kid? Very few of us. Okay, let me put it. Give me 2-3 minutes. Okay, give me 2-3 minutes. See, when I don't know, when we look at a normal middle class or lower middle class family in this country, which is a huge number, good old days, a generation or 8 PD or 2 PD ke pehle, when somebody hits the 20 years, 21 years, when he starts getting employed, what would be the first purchase he would make? When he becomes 20, 21 years, what would be the first, when he starts getting employed? The first thing would be, what? No, not in this generation. We would try to have, a house. A house. Because when somebody hits 20, 25, you have to take a back loan, you have to take a flat or a house, a small plot of land, and then you have to settle down a home, get married, get settled down, a small piece of land or a home. That was the first thing. And then boys would go for a bike or a car, a Maruti 800, a standard Maruti 800, the red color Maruti 800 or a bike or a house. That was the thing, a generation earlier. Now slowly over, and before that generation, when they were very old, it was all about taking care of the family because even 3 square meals was a problem. I'm not going to that space. Now in this current generation, when somebody hits 20, 25, what do you think they are doing? What do you think they are doing? Are they getting a house? Are they buying a house? Are they buying a car? And why do I buy a Titan watch? I buy a Titan watch because I can't afford a Rolex. Rolex will always be my aspiration. So are you going to say that, guys, you can't afford a Rolex, so I'll give you 100 Titan watches.
But ma'am, Apple watches came in.
Apple watches is a in-between. It's an in-between again. It's an in-between. There is no resale value here.
Correct.
There is no resale value.
No
I get it
value.
because when I get the next model, I'm going to change it. That's it. This is not my lifetime possession. I'm not going to give it to my children or grandchildren. I'm not buying it for that. But if I get a Rolex, I want to give it to my children and grandchildren. It is an asset for me, right? This one, whatever it is, I want to resell, right? I want to quickly upgrade. What I mean to say is, in marketing, in the way in which we have positioned our brand and in the jewelry that you are talking about, we have to position 24 karat jewelry or 22 karat jewelry as something which you have to pressure and
Preserve.
Today's younger generation are conscious about investment and long-term value of it. People don't buy a car these days. They say Uber is there. For my utility, something is coming in, right? So the people try to, in our generation, meaning I am a little older, our generation saving was a big deal. The second generation investment is a big deal. Nowadays generation, the return value is a big thing. Long-term value, asset value is a good thing. And we are not able to sensitize the current generation about the resale value or the long-term value of things. So we have given them a cheaper option of, 11 karat, 15 karat, lightweight jewel, 1 gram jewel.
So we need to work on the
We need to. This is what I'm saying. As an industry,
and build more aspirations.
As an industry, we have to. As an industry, the jewelry industry has to
collectively
has to exploit this good virtue of the younger generation. Don't disclude the younger generation. The younger generation is much more smarter than any of us.
Fantastic.
I'm telling you.
Brilliant idea.
Much more brilliant. And so you are not exploiting that. You tell them that, okay, fine, this fellow doesn't make wearing jewelry a cool thing here.
Fantastic.
nice
Very well
perspective.
said.
Make 24-karat jewelry as a cool thing. And when I go to the Western world, when I go to the Western world, when I'm in my Western gear, and when I'm in the Western outfits, I go with my mother's typical temple jewelry set. And it's a cool thing.
Absolutely, and I think Manthan is for that also. Everybody here is promoting gold as an investment and an asset. And you're rightly, I think everybody here is marketing their products the same
This is
way also.
aspiration. See, gold is exclusive. Gold is exclusive. Let us not compromise on exclusivity. Period. Thank you.
Great, ma'am. Thank you for your insight, and you were fully speaking from your heart. We could sense that, feel that energy in you. I think our association with you seems to be, the journey has started, and we all wish that we will go a very long way. I think for all the participants, I think we at the Manthan or at the panel, everybody tries to bring out their experiences and their perceptions or their solutions or their strategies. But I think most important is that if we could connect to everybody in one small way, I think that's the great. I think Manthan is all about sharing experiences and learning from each other. But I think post this, what is most important is that we all need to do Atma Manthan with ourselves. Whatever we learn, we share and learn from others. I think we need to go back and sit in your own ecosystem and get to see that what you have learned, can you implement, is it helping, is it giving you a solution? I think that's the best thing. Thank you so much to all the panelists, Pratap, Kushbu, Naval Sir, Sumit and Avinash Bhai. Thank you so much. I think this is a great panel we had, and sorry, I think few of them were the last moment crisis management, but Nitin did very well as usual. Great, thank you so much. Please stay here, I think.
Thank you so much. That was a final panel, and what a discussion throughout the day. And we would love to felicitate them. So, to do the honors, may I request Mr. Rajesh Ropre, Chairman, GJC, to please join us on stage. Along with him, may I request Mr. Sanjay Mehra, immediate past Chairman, GJC, to join us please. Mr. Sayyam Mehra, immediate past Chairman, GJC, huge round of applause. We would begin with the moderator, Mr. Dr. Ketan Choksi. It calls for a perfect photo op as well. We'll request you to come center stage. A huge round of applause for an amazing moderation. Next, may I request Ms. Khushbu Ranawat to please step forward. Huge round of applause. May I request Dr. Naval Agrawal to please step forward. Huge round of applause and calls for a perfect photo op. Can we have some cheering for our panelists, the thought leaders and stakeholders of the gems and jewelry industry? Now I will request Mr. Nitin Khandelwal to please come center stage. Huge round of applause as we felicitate our panelists. Calls for a perfect photo op as well. May I request Mr. Sumit Anand to please join us. Huge round of applause. Finally, may I request Mr. Avinash Gupta to please step forward. Huge round of applause. May I also request Dr. Pratap Kamal As we come to the close of Manthan in collaboration with IGPC 2026, we would love to thank you all for your participation and presence as an amazing audience. But we are not done yet. We have the elite meet featuring Dr. Vivek Bindra, a very engaging, motivating session you would not want to miss. So may we request you to join us back after high tea for the elite meet right here in this hall. So we will request all our guests to please join us for the high tea at this point of time, and then please join us back for the elite meet with